good evening. It is currently just about midnight, and I suddenly have the urge to make my very own miniature from scratch. Now, I feel like starting this project at midnight is not a smart idea, but when has late night hobbying ever stopped anyone from doing cool things? Never. I feel like doing your hobbies late at night is the best time because it's just you in your zen mode, and it is just. So I don't really know much about miniature making, but I've got a plan. Rephrase that, I've got an idea. I want to try and make a snail miniature. See that? Yep, that's my plan. Now I picked a snail because it's cool. Snails are cool, right? Snails are very cool. And also, they're quite round and seems like it could be easy to mold and cast, because that's how you make copies and make miniatures to give to people and all that kind of fun stuff. The only problem is, to sculpt my own miniatures, I need to be pretty good at it, especially if I'm giving it to people. And the last time I tried sculpting something, I think it was also a late night inspired project a little while ago, it went a little rough. But I think now is a great time to practice again. I plan on using Milliput because it's all I have, and then I've used it one other time before, and it was quite good. So hopefully it's good. Now, I'm not a very good sculptor at all, so there's going to be a bit of a learning curve. And if that's what you're into, stick around and maybe you can hit that subscribe button. I'm not sure how much to break off and use. Now, sculpting or molding and casting is easier with bigger models. More volume of silicon means it can get into the tighter spaces easier, I think. I'm not really sure. So you would want to make a bigger master model. But in saying that, I don't have much silicon left at all. So it's going to be quite small. And even if it's, I'm expecting this to be bad. So when it does go bad, I'm not disappointed. And if it's good, then that'll be great. That'll be, that's the best case scenario is this actually, working at somewhat of a reasonable level of success. God, I'm setting myself up to fail. And, that's all I'll say. Alright, let's just shut up and start sculpting and see what happens. 2 parts Milliput, and we gotta mix it together. And I don't know if I got, ripped off, but it's very crumbly. And I know I just keep, kneading this for the next 5-10 minutes, but I just don't want to, Alright, now it is quite mixed up. It smells quite nice, actually. Anyway, no, it's all mixed up. Now, in my plan, I want it to have a shell and then just the snail body, as well as eye stalks, but I'm trying to think. I don't know if eye stalks are a very smart idea. And that's just because of the way that molding and casting works, is that, I don't really know, but it'll probably just build up bubbles, so I think it might just have to be a derpy snail with no eye stalks, just like eyes on the actual body, which might look quite wrong and, quite strange, but I think it might still be cool. Okay. So I've finished up the sculpt, and admittedly it was a lot easier than I thought, a lot quicker. But to be fair, it is yet just a humble snail. It is very simple. It does seem like good work. Very molder castable. That's not correct English at all. I think it'll work. That's what I was trying to say. That's what matters. So I think now we just let this old snail man dude cure. Then we can start casting it. Actually, how long does it take? It becomes rock hard in about 3 to 4 hours. Look, we don't have that much time because I do want to get some sleep tonight. So I think I'll let it sit for about half an hour, and then we'll just do it anyway. Or maybe that's a really bad idea. How about we'll figure this out, and then next time we'll be better equipped. I'll see you in half an hour. Okay. It is now 1 o'clock in the morning, and I've moved it to the table for better better space and more better environment to actually do the molding. That's my setup. So this is the actual mold itself. I just cut it tape in half and use some tape around the top of it and put the actual snail in the base of it there. Now the actual silicon I have is quite old and I don't have much of it. So I've also chopped up some bits of old molds for like the corners of them to hopefully kind of build volume, so a little bit goes a longer way. You get the idea. This is my silicon Moldstar 15 slow. So it'll take about 4 hours, and I'm not staying up that late. I'm gonna go to sleep while it cures. So we'll have to take casts tomorrow. So essentially the idea of molding is that you mix part A and part B in a cup, you stir it up, pour the liquid rubber into the mold, which wraps around the actual mini you want, and then once that dries, you pull the mini out, and you now have a hole which you put the plastic into, and then you take the plastic out, and there's a replica. So let's do that. Yeah, so they're pretty empty, and hopefully the chunks will make it be better. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. It's a really impractical angle, and now we're gonna pour both of them into this cup. Okay, I have no idea if I mixed enough or not enough or what's going on. I ran out of this one completely and still have a tiny bit of this one, meaning I've done some shoddy attempts in the past. And it is really old, so it's quite thick, which is going to make it a bit harder to pour. Well, I'm sure it's fine. I think I have mixed enough. Now we pour this into this. Alright, so the problem is I'm reaching the end of how much silicone I mixed. And the top of the shell of the snail is still exposed. Alright, let's quickly got some more silicone chunks. As I expected, I ran out of silicone, so I put in a bunch of chunks of the corners of my bases for my ore carving, and doing so has made it very kind of chunky, but I'm hoping when it's all dry it doesn't matter too much, or maybe I just messed the whole thing up. I don't know. I think I might just sabotage myself. Only time will tell. So I guess I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It is a very good morning because it is all dry. I could hardly sleep because I was just so incredibly excited. Hopefully it worked. Yep. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, when I was actually making the mold, I didn't have any glue to stick the actual miniature to the bottom of the cup, so I just used a bit of paint. Yeah. We had to get creative. Oh, that's a seal. How do I get this out? I don't think this through very well. So I think the shape of the miniature is maybe stuck in this, so I need to cut it out. Yes! Look at that. But it looks very good. Hell yeah! No, oh, I dropped it. That's cool. Cleaned it up a little bit. It's still quite rough, but I think it's good enough. But when I dropped it, I got some hair and dust in it. So hopefully, the first class will be kind of like a cleaning thing as well. Yeah. I'm gonna mix up some resin now. We're using less silicone. Hold on. For some reason, there's not much in there, and this is the reason. We got the reason. Okay, so my plan is to pour both of these into the cup, get a 50-50 mix, stir it up for about 1.5 minutes, and then pour that into there. So let's hope I don't mess this up. Alright, we don't need that much. We've got a bit left over, so I might just quickly make some bases. Okay, so I definitely mixed up about 4 times too much. That was way too much, but at least I got some bases out of it. So I think we'll just let that dry and come back in about, it says 10 minutes, but I'll give it 20 just to be safe. Yeah, there it is. Oh, alright, I'll see you soon. Okay, we have a problem. Big problem. Oh no, okay. I don't think I mixed the resin right, and it is still sticky. It's been about 25 minutes, it's going to take 10 minutes, and it's still not cured. And so I need to get the resin out of this, but that might prove to be very challenging. There's our oh, very sticky and gross. I just need to try now clean up my war crime. And I guess we'll just try again on the thought. Okay, so I peeled the rest of the resin out of the actual mold. And I think the problem is I either didn't mix it enough, or I just didn't put in enough of part A or B and just caused it to not react. Because I thought maybe it's the silicone, but I've got successful casts with this one many times, and it's also squishy there. So I think we'll just try again. Alright, the new plan is going to pour part A and B into their own cups. Pour those into a new cup, and I'll make sure that they're the same level of volume of liquid, and then hopefully that works better. Let's do that. Now I'm going to stir this extra well. We'll let this cure for about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, so fingers crossed this works. Please! It's been about 20 minutes. That feels pretty good, but let's just get it out first and then we'll make a decision. Look at him. That's we got a huge air bubble in the tail there, and the resin is again still not extremely pure. Why? But that's progress. That is progress. I think I will now try again. What is this? Wait, why is it's curing already, and it's not even important all the way? See, what's this? Why is it already gone like? See, I've got like a whole tongue here. I guess we'll see how this goes. My hopes aren't very high for this, but we'll see. Okay, it is all done. My hopes are very low for this one, but in saying that, the random bit that cured while I was pouring it, that's properly cured. So if this works, then I don't know what kind of witchcraft this is. Oh, yeah, that's oh, that works. Now, to be fair, it is very rough, but it's fully cured. I'm gonna mix up some more resin, and then while that's curing, I'm gonna try and clean up this bad boy. So let's do that. Okay, I poured some more resin into the mold, and while that's curing, I'm gonna clean up this rough cast, and hopefully it turns out good. Much better. It's still very rough, but that's a win. Yes. It just it always feels so good when things just come together. They just work. I'm hoping this next one works, but I've noticed one thing. It's kind of like rising. Is that meant to happen? I'm sure it's fine. Although I do want to say that normally with this kind of stuff, you want to use lots of equipment. You want to use pressure pots and vacuum chambers and stuff, but we're just doing this with just gravity and hopes and dreams. But we got one cast, and that's a win so far. But we're gonna see if this next one goes good as well. I can barely wait the other ones just finished curing, so... Come on. That looks pretty cured to me, so let's just... Oh, that was always satisfying. Oh man, that's very cool. Yep. And I caught a little channel where there were getting bubbles in the tail, and that stopped it. So alright, I'm gonna make some more. I'm just cleaning this one up now, and this is my fourth one. I've pulled 3 successful ones altogether. I don't know necessarily what I did differently and why they weren't working the first time. I think maybe it's because I poured part B into part A. I'm not sure if that makes a big difference, but that's what I've been doing because it worked. And I've looked at it closely, and it's actually riddled with a lot of air bubbles. There's like quite a few. They're really, really small ones though. But in saying that, this is still really cool. I'm very proud of myself. This has been very good, very fun. Now I'm just kind of making as much as I can. So I've got a 5th one gone, and I think I'll stop at maybe like 8. But if you want one, hit me up on Instagram. There'll be a link in the description, and I'll sell it to you for like $1 plus whatever shipping is. But just so you know, if you know that you're not getting like, it's not Games Workshop. This is very budget, very DIY, very rough, very indie, very janky. But if that's what you're into, hit me up. I'll love to ship these out to you because I think that'd be really cool. I've just cleaned it up. Now that's flat on the bottom, so it sits by itself. And this has probably been the most rewarding thing I've made in a very long time. It's been good. Yeah, very good. Okay. I'll see you when I've got a lot more made. Well, alright, I have made a couple of them. I think that this was very successful. I was worried at first because I got a few unsuccessful ones, but we got there in the end, and that's what matters. I think I learned a lot from this experiment. I've produced about 7 of these snail boys. I guess we'll do a grand reveal. Yeah, thank you for hanging out and coming along on this journey with me.